What is your superpower? And I think you've probably alluded to it, but could you define that for us? What do you think your superpower is?
Huh. Yeah, I haven't been asked that at all recently. I feel fortunate to be asked that. I don't even know if I consider myself to have the superpower. What I would say is what I feel is one of my biggest strengths is that I'm incredibly disciplined. Before I had this business, I was a pretty serious marathon runner for about 4 to 5 years, and I was pretty obsessed with that. Now I've gotten older, my body definitely can't handle that. I can barely run a couple miles at this point, unfortunately, because it is something that's kind of therapeutic mentally for me. But that involved a lot of discipline because I really needed to be on a very structured training regimen, and I needed to be structured about the way I ate. And I was doing yoga, and I had to run a certain amount of miles, and I had to pay attention to my weight and shoes I was wearing and stuff like that. For the business, I'm also very structured and disciplined. I feel like as I'm describing this is like the most boring superpower of all time. Because I couldn't think of anything better. I do feel like that's kind of the strength is that I'm able to kind of focus on something, and when something when I have a goal to achieve, whether it's the marathon running or continuing the success, I'm convinced that millions of people, and I think people did before I had this business, could have had this idea. It was really, it wasn't luck. It was the way I executed, the way that I sacrificed, not watching a lot of TV, not going out with friends, making these short-term sacrifices by being disciplined that kind of led to, really great long-term success.
And I would build on that. And I think it's all about your energy. And I think you've figured out how to take, and I don't want to say negative energy, but energy that's over, on this side and really put it into something that's very constructive, something that you want to do, you can work towards instead of wallowing, over here and saying, oh my gosh, I can't go run 13 miles. My body hurts. I need new shoes. Oh, I didn't eat right today. Or whatever the case may be, you have figured out how to take that energy and say, I'm going to run 13 miles and I don't care what my shoes are. And it doesn't matter that I ate McDonald's for lunch. I'm still going to do it. And so I think that energy goes with the discipline that you're describing.
Yeah, I totally agree with what you said. And I think that, I always have this constant, I feel like higher baseline level of anxiety. So I just know when I wake up in the morning, that's just part of what I need to kind of deal with. And I think immediately when I wake up or, anything that I'm doing in my life, it's really about channeling that energy, to something else. For me, when I was building my business, it was really about taking racing thoughts, taking, even catastrophizing and putting all that into thinking about a business from every single angle, thinking about what the competitors are doing, thinking about what I need to do next, thinking about what the competitors could be doing, thinking about what our customers might do next, what the industry, there's, so many different facets. And, when I'm thinking about this stuff that for me is positive, for me, it's making a positive change in my life. I'm not thinking about all the people that did me wrong. I'm not thinking about that I, didn't grow up in a good situation, that people treated me like crap. I'm not thinking about there's certain things about myself that I don't like, or, I'm when I'm focused on these things, that this kind of healthy obsession, I'm not thinking about all these negative things that are wrong with me. That if I didn't have something to focus on, that's all I'd be thinking about is all these negative things that are wrong.